Reading is hard. Unlike TV or movies, it's an active medium that you had to engage with. And it's a little weird for me hobby-wise, because while I definitely enjoy it a lot, I rarely do it for enjoyment. Or if I do, I fall off before I finish whatever book I'm reading. I have multiple books that I have been trying to get through for years now. This is probably for multiple reasons, not the least of which is being forced to read things I didn't care about in school. I grew up on the Marvel and DC cartoons as a kid, so naturally I've been drawn to the source material. I ended up reading a decent amount of comics, however, I always fall off just like the regular books that I start. One of the biggest reasons for this, I think, is probably a lack of an ending for most comic book series. Unless it's a mini-series, it's a very daunting task to keep up with that many comic books, and the price really starts to add up. American superheroes aren't the only type of cartoons that I grew up on though. Like many kids growing up in the 90s, I was exposed to anime at a very young age. Why would I watch WWE when I could watch Goku versus Vegeta? Fast forward till today, and I'm still trying to find something to read, and American comics are taking too long to read. So recently, I picked up One Piece and The Promised Neverland. I haven't read everything yet, but what I have read, I've really enjoyed. No big surprise there, since the source material are two of my favorite anime of all time. I also picked up the first volume of Harold's Paradise, but I haven't read that yet, so I have no comment. I know I have basically no experience with manga, but if anyone is curious, I would definitely recommend it. Most of them are in black and white, but you can really see the artists use the restrictions of the medium to make some truly awesome art. There's also something to be said about the physical version of manga, even more so than other comic books and regular books. Opening up to see a really cool 2-page spread is great every single time. I've also tried somewhat successfully lately to branch out to other forms of reading, but I'm sticking to mostly manga for now. I don't want people to actually only read manga though. Read manga definitely, for sure. But read Western comics too. Read fiction, non-fiction, whatever, just read. I think a lot of people had the enjoyment taken out of reading just like me, and that's a shame. Because there are just so many good stories. Reading probably won't ever be my favorite hobby, but not reading at all would suck. If I had to read comic books with pretty pictures just to read, then that's a burden I'm willing to take on. I would also love to hear some recommendations in the comments if you don't mind. For now, I'd like to stick mainly to manga with no adaptations, or at least no good adaptations. That's going to do it for today's video though. If you liked the video, of course, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you next time.